The first time it happened, I laughed. I was in line at a grocery store when the cashier, an exhausted woman with trembling hands, moved too slowly. I muttered under my breath, "Unbelievable." Some people shouldn't work with others. She didn't react. No one did. But as I turned to leave, the man behind me leaned in close, too close, and whispered in a voice that didn't match his face, "Some people shouldn't work with others." I froze. Same tone, same rhythm, same venom. I spun around. "What did you say?" He blinked, confused. Have a good day?" I left unsettled, but I told myself it was coincidence. It wasn't. The next day, I snapped at a coworker for misplacing a file. "You're useless," I said sharply, not even looking at him. Hours later, while walking home, a group of teenagers passed by. One of them, smiling, looked directly at me and said in my exact voice, "You were useless." This time I didn't brush it off. I stopped sleeping. The echoes came faster after that. Every careless insult I'd ever thrown into the world started returning, but twisted, misplaced, and wearing unfamiliar faces. A barista called me pathetic while handing me coffee. A child on the sidewalk giggled and said, "No one actually likes you." A stranger across the street shouted, "You ruin everything you touch." Each phrase was mine, not remembered, replayed. I tried to stop speaking altogether. Days went by in silence, but the echoes didn't stop. They dug deeper, because it wasn't just recent words anymore. It was everything. Things I'd said years ago. Things I'd whispered. Things I'd thought no one heard. "You're embarrassing. You'll never change. Why are you even here?" The worst part? The voices started sounding less like strangers, and more like me. I finally broke when I heard it in my own apartment. I hadn't said anything all day. I sat on the couch, hands over my ears, trying to block out the world. Then from behind me, soft, clear, and perfectly timed, "Unbelievable. Some people shouldn't exist." I turned slowly. No one was there. But the mirror across the room was wrong. My reflection wasn't mimicking me. It was smiling. And then, in my voice, but calmer, colder, it spoke. "Every word you gave the world, you owe back, with interest." I understood then. This wasn't punishment. It was a bill. An invisible ledger of every moment I chose cruelty over restraint. Every time I made myself feel bigger by making someone else feel smaller. And now, I was paying the echo tax, in full. I don't leave my apartment anymore. Not because of the voices, but because I've started hearing something worse. Silence. No insults. No echoes. Just quiet. And somehow that feels like the final charge is coming. Life lesson. Words don't disappear after you say them. They travel, linger, and shape reality in ways you don't immediately see. What you give to others, especially negativity, has a way of returning, often amplified. Choose your words carefully, because one day you may be the one forced to hear them.